Hello, I'm Erik Robey.
And I'm Kristin Lagana. Welcome to Anne Arundel County Week in Review. We've got a packed show this week, including a preview of Eastport Rockin, so let's get right to it. Making headlines, Mark Teixeira and Denny Nagel might be the biggest baseball stars to come out of Anne Arundel County, but two rookies have a shot to join them. They are Josh Hader, a pitcher out of Old Mill High School, and Sander Beck, a University of Maryland prospect from Severna Park. Both learned this week that they have been picked up by the Baltimore Orioles. Beck went 6-2 with a 2.87 ERA and 42 strikeouts with the Terps. He was signed as an undrafted free agent. He went to high school at the Severn School, where he spent all 4 years lettered for the Admirals. He was also a champion chess player. Hader was the 19th pick in the draft by the Orioles this year. The lefty has had a phenomenal season for the Patriots, and we talked to him and his coach right after he signed with the O's. Franklin Chaney is at the school with Josh. Franklin?
I'm here at the Old Mill High School, and here to my right is Josh Hader, who has just signed with the Baltimore Orioles, made it official today. And to my left is head coach at Old Mill High School here, Jeff Martin. First of all, Josh, congratulations. It's been a heck of a 2-month period for you. I've kept up on with you through 2 no-hitters, 2 one-hitters, get drafted by the Orioles. You pitched at Camden Yards. You signed with the Orioles. You're living the dream. How's it feel?
I mean, it feels good. I mean, just to have all the support with me and being able to do everything that I've done and getting an opportunity to go to the minor leagues, and it's just a great feeling. Now,
I know you're heading to Florida very shortly. What are some of the things that they say that you need to work on? And obviously, at your young age, you can always, as a ball player, always get better.
They tell me I need to put some meat on my bones. so that's one of the big things. But just working with my changeup and working with my fastball, putting some more command onto it. So that's what they pretty much tell me.
All right. Coach Martin, I know it's been, I'm sure, an honor to coach Josh over the years. Tell us about him as a player.
I mean, his record speaks for itself this year. He's 10-0 in the county. As you said, 2 no-hitters, 2 one-hitters. I think the thing that impressed the coaching staff this year was the way he's grown as a player, taking a leadership role as a senior, mentoring a lot of the young players in our program, teaching guys not just, throwing the ball up to home plate, but teaching them how to pitch, how to set up hitters. And that was one of the big things he brought to the team this year. Offensively, he also had a great year. To lose a player of his caliber is a huge blow for our program. Led the team in hitting, led the county in home runs, to go along with his pitching stats. But just what he did this year was incredible.
Yeah. Now, scout from the Orioles, Dean Albany, was here earlier at the press conference, and he talked about the feel of the game that Josh has. Why don't you explain more about that?
Josh understands the game. He knows how to pitch. He knows how to set hitters up, and that's why I think, he just doesn't go up and throw the ball as hard as he can and expect to get guys out. He's learned how through throwing in the summer and throwing in our program, how to set hitters up, how to locate his pitches. And, that's one thing that's very important that he does at the next level, because he's not going to be facing high school hitters. He's going to be facing professional hitters who are going to hit the ball if he doesn't put his pitches in the right spots.
Well, appreciate it. Josh, back to you. It was the night your parents were here, some of your teammates were here. You got a lot of fans out there. Tell us about, as I know you're maybe heading to the beach and enjoying high school life a little bit longer, but you're heading on now your professional baseball field. Tell your fans out there what it's going to be like and what they expect from you.
I mean, it's just going to be hard work all through it. I'm working hard and just achieving the goal that I want, which is going to the MLB and pitching 1 year. So.
All right, well, congratulations. Erik, great things happened here today at Old Mill High School. Josh, congratulations to you. And, guys, back to the studio.
Thanks, Franklin. Josh was looking good in that O's cap already, and we wish him the best of luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kristin Lagana, the new sportscaster. That was pretty good. You were rolling through that, rolling off your tongue, talking about ERA and strikeouts.
I love my O's. What can I say?
That's good. They're doing well this year. Well, folks, we got a pretty rare visit this week from the Commander-in-Chief as campaign season starts to heat up. President Obama flew in and out of BWI Airport to attend fundraisers in the Baltimore area. He raised about $2 million, according to our media partner, the Baltimore Sun. The Mitt Romney campaign wasn't far away. Anne Romney, wife of former Governor Mitt Romney, was at the BWI Marriott for a $15,000 per plate fundraiser as well. So these may be the only times we see candidates in Maryland. After all, our small state is a heavy Democrat state. It's more than 2-to-1 Democrat, in fact, so it's not really considered a battleground state. For a second there, I thought I was wondering if President Obama came in on Air Force One or a tall ship. Folks, did you see those tall ships headed to Baltimore for the War of 1812 Bicentennial event? Fort Smollett Park was packed on a day it's normally closed, so everyone could catch a glimpse of the ships. We also had a big kickoff event here locally with characters from Maryland history. In our first community spotlight, our own Carla Sagerholm is out at Linthicum with a special guest. Carla.
Hi, Erik. I'm here in Linthicum, Maryland on this gorgeous day at the Twin Oaks Manor celebrating the War of 1812 kickoff here in Anne Arundel County. I'm here with Congressman Linthicum and Mike Baldwin of Baldwin Homes. Congressman Linthicum, what does it feel like to channel the late Congressman Linthicum?
Well, he was very determined on the Star Spangled Banner. He was an advocate for women's rights, a vehement advocate. He's very proud. He's a very man you can be very proud to represent.
Tell us a little bit about your costume. I love your hat.
The hat I got in Las Vegas. It's soft straw. It's just really comfortable. The costume is one that I found in some archival photos of Mr. Linthicum, who was on his way to boat on the Chesapeake.
Oh, that is so interesting. I just love your outfit. Mike Baldwin, we thank you for allowing us to have this lovely event here in your gorgeous restored home. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
We're a home builder, and we acquired this home in 2000 and restored it as you see it today.
Lovely. Well, thank you again. I think our event today was a great success, and everyone stay tuned. We have more coming for the next 3 years. Back to you, Erik.
Thanks, Carla. The War of 1812 lasted from 1812 to 1815, so the bicentennial will also be 3 years long. We'll keep updating you on all the celebrations and events. This week, the county hoisted commemorative flags with 15 stars and 15 stripes at 4 locations. For more information, you can also go to www.aacounty.org and click on Star Spangled Banner.
Well, Erik, you know we get some pretty bizarre crime stories, and sometimes they're
Very
even
bizarre.
a little funny.
Yeah.
But this one is not so funny. It seems that kids have taken to creating fire bombs using plastic water bottles and household chemicals. Of course, this can be extremely dangerous. Division Chief Michael Cox of the Anne Arundel Fire Department has more on this. Chief?
Thanks, Kristin. The Anne Arundel County Fire and Police Departments would like to make citizens aware of the dangers associated with devices commonly referred to as bottle bombs. Both agencies have investigated several incidents of bottle bomb pranks in the last 2 years, with one incident resulting in serious injuries to the victim. County fire investigators have handled 28 cases involving bottle bombs in 2011 and 6 cases so far this year. The latest incident occurred around 6:30 p.m. on Monday, June 12, 2012, when Anne Arundel County police officers responded to a call on the playground at Sunset Elementary School in Pasadena, where 2 juveniles threw a bottle bomb at a 6-year-old female. An investigation revealed the 2 juvenile male suspects threw a plastic bottle bomb at a 6-year-old female on the playground. The device exploded but did not injure the child. County police officers arrived and located the juveniles on the bleachers in the rear of the school. Numerous plastic bottles and household chemical products were located in close proximity to the juveniles. Bottle bombs are often researched online and manufactured with common household items. The chemicals used in these devices can be extremely hazardous to the skin, eyes, and respiratory system, along with presenting a danger to the environment. Victims may require immediate medical attention, and the pressure from the explosion is capable of causing traumatic injuries to the body or extensive damage to property. Any citizen encountering a suspicious device or container that may be filled with chemicals or emanating a suspicious odor is urged to immediately call 911. In a second incident, Anne Arundel County firefighters responded to a reported motor vehicle collision on I-97 North between the Route 32 split and the Benfield Road exit around 1:30 this morning. The first units to arrive reported a car collision with entrapment. Firefighters working at the scene used specialized hydraulic rescue tools to extricate the trapped occupant from the vehicle. The extrication took approximately 20 minutes to complete and required the use of a second rescue unit at the scene. There were 2 people injured as a result of the accident. The first patient, a male, estimated to be in his early 50s, suffered life-threatening injuries. He was transported priority 1 to shock trauma in Baltimore via Maryland State Police helicopter. The second patient, an unknown age female, suffered fatal injuries as a result and was pronounced dead at the scene. Kristin?
Thanks, Chief. It's a good thing nobody was injured from these things.
And there's more Week in Review to come. Stay with us for a special in-studio performance and our interview with Eastport Rockin organizer Jess Pachler. We'll be right back.
Welcome home, man.
Welcome back. Sitting with me right now is Jess Pachler, and she is the event director for one of our favorite hometown festivals, Eastport Rockin. Jess, thanks for coming on to the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So can you tell me a bit about Eastport Rockin? How long has this festival been going on?
This is our 16th year.
16? I didn't know you've been around that long.
Yeah, it's been 16 years. It was started as a little tiny festival by James Borchelt, and who ran Cafe Gurus at the time. It's now Leeward Market, and just wanted to get some of the guys that played in his coffee shop to give them a little bit bigger exposure and focus on some local music, and it's kind of gone since then.
Well, we certainly love supporting local music here at Week in Review, and especially here in Annapolis. We have a lot of outlets for folks that want to play locally around here. A lot of great clubs, a lot of great festivals, just really great opportunities, and Eastport Rockin is definitely one of those. And how long have you been the event director?
I've been the event director, I think, for about, I should know that number, but it's 6 years. But I've been involved with it for about 10, so for a while. But I'm a huge proponent of local music, and like you said, Annapolis is a great place for local music. It's fantastic.
And you're the Eastport Rockin expert. So what can we expect this year? What kind of genres can we hear at the Eastport Rockin Fest this year?
We're going to have everything. We try to hit sort of all genres, everything from folk to rock to blues to bluegrass to, I mean, you name it. We've got some instrumental. It's just a lot of fun, a lot of great music, something for everybody. We like to say that we appeal to ages 0 to 90. So.
All right. Yeah. And besides the music, what other kind of activities will you have there? Vendors or?
We will. We'll have, the streets will be lined with vendors, selling everything from homemade jewelry and clothing to, gosh, we have music instruments. We have just a wide variety of vendors that are going to be there selling their wares, and informational vendors as well. We have a lot of eco-friendly vendors this year, talking about solar energy, talking about gardening and that type of thing. So really neat type of vendors. And then of course we have the food vendors, and we have fantastic food. We have a new Jamaican vendor coming this year, which is going to be great. Jamaican. We have a Thai vendor. We have our a company that's been with us for years that does gyros and also, just the regular festival food. Pit Boys doing their pit beef. It's
gotta have Pit Boys.
You gotta have Pit Boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't have a festival without Pit Boys. Now, you did mention some eco-friendly vendors, and we were just talking. Now, you guys are going green this year.
We are. We are going green, and we're working with a company that's going to bring in some eco stations to make it a lot easier to recycle. We've had recycling in the past, but this year we're going to make it a lot easier. There's going to be stations all over, people directing you to the recycling. So our goal is to reduce our trash output by 50% at the minimum, and we're hoping to do that. We think it should be great, and we have a program where when you get your first cup, it's $4, and then each additional cup is $3 if you keep the same cup. So it kind of reduces the amount of cups that people use. Hopefully they get 1 cup in the morning and they keep with it all day, and so.
Well, we are big supporters of that. Of course, the recycling is something that we really want to push, even at the festival and any other festivals that we're having around the county. And
exactly.
We can always help you. Our recycling division can always help you with that, and any kind of assistance that can be given to you, we'll be certain to do that too.
Excellent. Really looking forward to it.
You were talking before too about all these performers that we're having. We're actually going to hear in a little bit from one of the bands. Aaron from Skribe is here. Can't wait to hear that.
They're fantastic. They've been with us a couple years, and they're a great band, and Aaron's fantastic. So
well, I can't wait to hear them play. And then this Saturday, what's the times for the festival?
It's next Saturday.
Next Saturday. I'm sorry. That's right.
Right, June 23rd, and
June
it starts
23rd.
at 11 a.m., goes to 8 p.m., and it's great. And we're working with e-cruisers, speaking about being green this year, and actually about parking in Eastport.
Okay.
We're working with e-cruisers, so you can park anywhere downtown, get an e-cruiser from the market space and take it over. You can walk if you live in the Eastport, Annapolis area, and grab an e-cruiser on the way, and they'll pick you up and take you in, so that we can kind of alleviate some of the parking on the local neighborhood and make it easy, and
great.
Try to eliminate the people that are kind of driving in from Annapolis, because there's really no reason to.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about parking, and that's really great that you guys are doing the cruisers.
Yeah.
So that'll make things a lot easier. And one more time, where are the spots you want to park to get to the cruisers?
They'll be circulating around Eastport, and then from downtown you'll be able to pick them up. They're basically doing a route over the bridge to Market Space and then back through. So and they'll have a sign
around Eastport, and you guys can hop a ride right to the festival.
Exactly. If you go to our website, there's a link to them and a number to call if you need it, and
perfect.
So it's fantastic.
And anything else you want to add about the festival?
Just that we hope you. Oh, there's a great kids area. That's something I always want to. There's and kids under the age of 12 are free. So parents can come, bring your kids. There's a band right near the kids area, so parents and kids can have fun at the same time. A lot of time at festivals, kids areas are in the corner somewhere.
Oh, okay.
We try to make it good for everybody. And there's arts and crafts, and there's a moon bounce, and
these will be
painting,
kid-friendly bands.
Right. Well, no, I think kids like all music, so.
I agree with you. That's right. That's really great.
So,
Well, thanks for coming on the show today. Best of luck with the festival, folks. That is Eastport Rockin. It is 2 Saturdays from now, June 23rd. Going to be a great time, great food, great bands. We're about to listen to some right now. We got Aaron from Skribe. Aaron, take it away.
Where did all the time go? What's with all the pain? Every time you take the wheel, you just drive me insane. And all the days that I remember were much easier. Here you are, and here I am, so what's the deal? The fire in your eyes, it is raging tonight. 'Cause you didn't like something I said. Shoot me down, you just go right ahead. But I'm still gonna love you when I'm dead. Sing a simple song to me right before you pull that trigger. From down here on the floor, I've got to say you look much bigger. And all the monuments erected in my rambling mind. When you look through all those bricks, what do you find? The fire in your eyes, it is raging tonight. 'Cause you didn't like something I said. Shoot me down, you just go right ahead. I'm still gonna love you when I'm dead.
Rock on, Aaron. That got me pumped for Eastport Rockin. And Jess, if people want tickets, how do you get tickets to Eastport Rockin?
You can go to www.eastportrockin.com right now, and you can click on, there's a link that looks like a ticket, and you can click on that. If you buy them in advance up through next Monday, they're $13. They're $15 on site. And we also have VIP tickets, which are $75 in advance, $100 on site. So that's a great deal.
Yeah.
The VIP tickets get you, there's a special space right near one of the stages. You get your own t-shirt, limited edition t-shirt. We have kegs and drinks and all sorts of fun things in the VIP space, and bags of swag and all sorts of good stuff. So that's
like
$75 right, exactly, in advance. And we highly encourage the we highly encourage the in advance ticket sales. You save yourself the price of a beer. So.
Oh, that can't beat that, folks. So whether it's a regular ticket or VIP, which you'll probably find me at, make sure that you get your tickets, get them early while they're still discounted. And Jess, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you to Aaron, who was amazing. And make sure you check out Eastport Rockin. We got more Week in Review coming right up. Stay tuned.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Welcome back. On June 8, 2012, at approximately 8 p.m., officers from the Northern District responded to the area near the Marley Station Mall, located in the 7900 block of Ritchie Highway in Glen Burnie, for a possible suspect armed with a handgun. Joining us now is Public Information Officer Justin Mulcahy with further details on the investigation. Justin.
When officers arrived, they learned that there was a second subject accompanying the armed individual. An officer working secondary employment at the mall encountered both subjects and attempted to escort them outside of the mall with assistance from mall security personnel. One subject, who was not cooperative, was handcuffed for his safety, while the second subject, being detained, suddenly fled the mall and was seen running in a wooded area near a bike trail. Several minutes later, a canine officer in the area observed the suspect walking on Ritchie Highway near Norfolk Road. That suspect was taken into custody in a wooded area. Now, further investigation revealed that a 19-year-old male victim was walking on a bike trail earlier near the mall. That's when he was approached by two male subjects. One suspect displayed a handgun and began waving it around before both subjects fled and were later observed near the mall. At that time, the victim contacted police. The victim was not injured, fortunately, during the incident. The handgun has not been recovered at this time, and the investigation is ongoing. One suspect has been charged with handgun on person, also first and second degree assault, reckless endangerment, along with disorderly conduct, and that suspect is Rodolfo Alvarenga, age 20, of 7837 Americana Circle in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Folks, we're going to move on to our second incident. That one took place on June 11th around 10 p.m. That's when officers from the Eastern District responded to the 400 block of Norvell Court in Glen Burnie for a report of a citizen robbery. When officers arrived on scene, they spoke with the 26-year-old male victim, who reported that he just completed a pizza delivery to an address on Norvell Court when he was approached by two male suspects at his vehicle. The suspects punched the victim, pushed him to the ground, and took an undisclosed amount of money before fleeing on foot in an unknown direction. The victim believes there could have potentially been a third suspect, but was unable to provide a description. Several officers and a canine unit searched the vicinity, but were unable to locate the suspects, and the victim was transported to Baltimore Washington Medical Center for treatment of minor injuries. Description on the two suspects: they're both described as two black males in their teens, both shirtless with short hair, wearing dark colored pants. Folks, as always, if you have any information on the crimes or suspects mentioned on the show, don't hesitate to call, email, or text your tip to Metro Crime Stoppers hotline. That number is available 24 hours a day, toll free at 1-866-7-LOCK-UP, or you could text message MCS plus your message to crimes at 274-637. Your third option, visit the website at www.metrocrimestoppers.net. Now remember, phone calls are not recorded and callers remain anonymous. You might even be eligible for a cash reward of up to $2,000. Back to you.
Thanks, Justin. Man, being a pizza guy seems like it can be a dangerous job. Not one that I'd want to have. Kristin?
Carolyn Ryan has been running all around the county, finding all sorts of stories. We have 2 segments from her today. First, she is at Park Elementary School, where the students completed a special green project. Carolyn?
Well, April showers may bring May flowers, but the students here at Park Elementary are hoping that summer weather brings lots of delicious vegetables. We are here at the Park Elementary Student Community Garden, and I've got Georgette Chaloup with Recreation and Parks and Lisa Barge with Anne Arundel County Economic Development, and Josh Rice with Southern High School's Agricultural Sciences Department. Thank you guys all for being on this show today and being out here. Now, give us a little background on the garden here at Park Elementary.
Basically, we, as part of Anne Arundel County's Brooklyn Park revitalization effort, we started out actually looking to do a farmer's market in the area, but we had this wonderful idea to try to start a school garden here at Park Elementary, and here we are with, we have a lot of partnerships with the Anne Arundel County Department of Health. Rec and Parks have done an after-school program and a summer program. Joel Bunker with Grow Annapolis. Josh Rice with Southern High School. We've just been able to bring a lot of resources together to make this happen.
Great. Now, Josh, tell us a little bit how Southern High School has gotten involved in this program.
Well, Lisa contacted us and told us what was going on here at the elementary school and asked if we wanted to be a part of it. And our students at the high school, we just had our greenhouse was newly redone. It was there before, but it needed some work. And then our students planted seeds, and the seeds grew, and we decided to donate some of the plants here for the elementary school kids so they could really understand where their food comes from and the process that goes along with that.
Great, that's wonderful. And what types of vegetables did you bring up here?
We brought tomatoes, cabbage, and cauliflower, and the students also planted some peppers and some different flowers and cucumbers, but we just provided the cabbage, cauliflower, and tomato plants.
And Georgette, tell us a little bit. Lisa mentioned that Recreation and Parks has offered some after-school and summer programs. Tell us about how the kids can get involved in the program.
Right, we have a summer program that will start up on June 11th, and it's for $5, and it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 o'clock to 10:30, and the kids will come out, and the plants that Josh donated, they're going to be full of vegetables, and the kids in the summertime will reap the benefits of growing this garden.
Very good. Well, we've got some of those students with us today, and if you can give me your name and what grade you're in.
My name is Nakoma, and I am in 2nd grade.
My name is Santana, I'm in 6th grade.
My name is Connor, I'm in 2nd grade.
And can you tell me what kind of vegetables, like what's your favorite vegetable here in the garden?
I'm going to say carrots.
Carrots, yum. And now I know gardening is a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun. What's your favorite thing about working in the garden?
I like to get there and get in the dirt and start planting.
Getting dirty. Good. And Connor, let's see. Are there any vegetables here that you've never tried before that you're excited about trying?
A yellow pepper.
Yum. Sounds good. Well, you guys have fun this summer working in the garden. Good luck. Hopefully everything grows. Well, out here at Park Elementary School, they've got some beautiful weather. They're out here gardening. They're having a great time. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Carolyn, but that's not all. Summer is about swimming, and Carolyn checked out a great swim camp at North County Swim Center. Let's go out to Glen Burnie for that.
Thanks. We're here at the North Arundel Aquatic Center, where summer has started with a splash. Jackie Herman is with us. Jackie is the recreation supervisor and runs the North Arundel Aquatic Center. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Jackie, as I said, summer's already started here at North Arundel Aquatic Center. You have a week-long camp called Wading into Summer. Tell us about the camp.
Well, we have activities that the kids are participating in, obviously swimming. They do arts and crafts and sports, and we take field trips.
Great. Now these are camps going on throughout the summer, correct?
Yes, they operate all summer long, all the way up to August 20th, and they are 1 week in nature from 7:45 in the morning till 5 p.m.
Great. And what ages kids can participate?
From ages 6 to 12.
Okay, great. Now you've got some other programs going on here, especially a teen camp. Tell us about the teen camp.
Yes, we have a Teens on the Go program here that is new, and that program operates in 1 week intervals, and they go on field trips 4 days a week and stay in Camp 1, and it's a lot of fun.
Great. Now you've also got, hopefully, swimming still.
Yes, they still get to swim.
Great, great. So You guys can come on out here to North Arundel Aquatic Center for some summer fun. You can get all the information on the camps here at www.aacounty.org/recparks or give us a call at 410-222-7313. You guys can also wade right into summer. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks again, Carolyn. Be sure to check out all the great summer programs at Recreation and Parks by going to www.aacounty.org and clicking on the Recreation and Parks banner.
Well, from swimming to prescription medications, folks, do you have unused prescription medications sitting around the house that you want to dispose of safely? Well, our police department now has drop boxes at all their district stations that allow a secure place to discard prescription drugs. Citizens can drop off medications anytime at the following 4 district locations. The department advises that if you encounter controlled dangerous substance other than prescription medications, be sure to contact the police department to have an officer respond to collect those drugs.
Well, many of you may see all of the information we've had about the War of 1812 and say to yourself, I want more. No problem. Mary Felter is at the Pasadena Senior Center with information about activities tied to Flag Day and the War of 1812. Mary?
Thank you. Today we're at the Pasadena Senior Activities Center, and they're celebrating some patriotic events here as part of the Bicentennial of the War of 1812. We had Flag Day on the 14th, and so they had a program on flags of not just the United States, but also 95 of, there's 196 countries in the world. They also are going to have a program on Baltimore by Wayne Schwamberg, and that's going to be on June the 19th. And right now we're going to be interviewing Mary Ann Young, who is portraying Rosalie Steers Calvert. Welcome to the program. Nice to have you here, mistress.
Well, bonjour et bienvenue. That's what Rosalie would say.
Thank you. I wanted to know a little bit more about the characters that you play and what you presented here today when you were giving your program.
So I have the great good fortune to do what I love most, which is to teach history through performance. I'm a very energetic and funny performer. I use a lot of improv in my shows. My very first show I created as an outgrowth of my work at the Maryland Renaissance Festival 34 years ago is Queen Elizabeth I of England in complete regalia and Shakespearean accent. And so I created that many years ago. School teachers said, well, we need American history. And so I came up with Margaret Brent of Maryland and the Indians in St. Mary's City. Luckily, she also has a British accent, so that stood me in good stead. Then I started getting interest outside of Maryland for my performances, and that's when I came up with what is still, to this day, my favorite. And I think one of America's greatest heroines is Clara Barton, founder of the Red Cross and great Civil War nurse. And then over the years, and it's now been 34 years of performing, but I also then eventually created Amelia Earhart, which I'll be doing at the Air and Space Museum soon. And I do Julia Child. I created that for Chautauqua a few years ago. Accent and all, hold your ears. We're roasting Miss Chicken. I have a children's pirate show, which is all about sailing. And I'm forgetting somebody else. I have so many shows now, I kind of forget.
You have Elizabeth Stanton, I believe, the feminist.
Yes, Elizabeth Cady Stanton. Oh, and my brand new one, which I created for the Smithsonian for a teachers' conference, but I'm having a ball with Rosie the Riveter, World War II. It's a tribute to the working men and women. My own dad's a World War II vet, so I have women from very different centuries, but they're all alike in that they all really fought for what women should be able to do in times when they weren't supposed to. They did things they were not supposed to.
Rosalie Calvert, tell me a little bit about her. I see you're wearing a brand new dress for this.
So yes, this is my wonderful Empire gown. You know, Empire, this is the fashion in the early 1800s, the high-waisted, very long, elegant gown. In fact, some of them were considered so see-through they were very scandalous. So Rosalie Steers Calvert is a woman fleeing a French invasion in Antwerp, and when she comes to America as a young girl, it's terrifying. She speaks French, everybody here speaks English, and she hated America. She literally said in a letter home to her aunt in Antwerp, I detest America. You meet nothing but scoundrels. So she comes to America, but she does very well for herself. She marries George Calvert, grandson of the 5th Lord Baltimore. So she marries into the founding family of Maryland. And through her husband, she's also related to the Washingtons, because her husband's sister is married to Martha Washington's son, John Parke Custis. I make very clear in the performance, she's a very arrogant woman. It's delightful. In her letters, she says all these things just like that. You can just imagine how proud she is. Anyway, her father, Henry Steyer, decides that they're going to stay in America, and he sets out to build the finest European brick mansion on American soil. He buys 729 acres outside the little port town of Bladensburg. Takes them many years to build this home, starting in 1801. And about the time he's almost ready to move in, the fighting stopped back home. And so Rosalie's entire family goes back to Antwerp and leaves her, which broke her heart. But she had to stay here because she's not only running her husband's plantation, she's got 2 children at this point, but her father directly left Riversdale to her. So she's a woman landowner in her own right, very unusual. And because she's educated and very savvy, she handles all of her father's investments, his very sizable amounts of money. She invests in the new public highway, the new National Bank. She's doing things women in her day just didn't do.
At the same time, she's got the War of 1812 that she has to cope with, and the Battle of Bladensburg, which is one of the battles of the war, a major one. It's right across the street practically from her house.
Exactly. The Battle of Bladensburg is just outside the walls of her home, Riversdale. She counted herself very lucky that they really only lost some tobacco. No one directly from her estate was actually harmed, but her husband and her son helped bury the dead soldiers after the Battle of Bladensburg. So this is all happening right around her. When I decided to write a show about Rosalie Calvert, I immediately knew I wanted to base it about the War of 1812. This is 1998, way before the Bicentennial, because I like big events as well as the small personal stories. And so, yes, Battle of Bladensburg, right outside her home, and then Washington is burned. And then by the time we get to the end of my show, which is very dramatic and exciting, the fact that we finally managed to win at the Battle of Bladensburg, I mean, it was David and Goliath. Little United States is a brand new country going up against the biggest world power, which had defeated Napoleon. So there weren't many people who thought we really were going to come out of this with our independence. And anyway, so in my show, I divide the audience into British and Americans. I make someone play the British Admiral Cockburn, someone plays President Madison, somebody plays Dolly Madison. She has to save the painting. So I literally put the audience in the moment, in the action, so they get the emotion. That's the beauty of drama. I can put the action and emotion back into history that most books kind of take out.
I wanted to ask you, I know you're a Smithsonian scholar. Obviously, to do your programs, you have to do a lot of research.
I do. It usually takes me anywhere from 6 months to a year to research and write the script. And then I have to think about the costuming and the hair and the makeup and what kind of undergarments did they have, what kind of accent did they have. Happily for me, I do speak French, so Rosalie in French, good, that worked very nicely. So I do throw bits of French accent depending on how well the audience understands. I could do a thick French accent, but I don't want to lose them. But anyway, I do speak enough French. So yeah, it takes a long time to do the research because I want to be faithful. In most of my shows, I use their actual words where possible. Certainly with Rosalie from her letters I do, about how she hates Thomas Jefferson and she doesn't like Dolly Madison and she doesn't care for Francis Scott Key, you know. She's very opinionated, which makes her very fun.
Sounds like you have a good time putting together your shows and the audience must like them very much.
I think what people like best is, of course, what I took away from my performing experience at the Renaissance Festival. They're interactive. It's not just me standing and talking to you. You have to actively be part of that show. So whether you're British or American, you're cheering, and I teach huzzah, the old form of cheering, not the current one. So again, you're getting a sense of the language, the clothes, the attitudes, everything. But again, I think people like it not only because they're in the show, but because it's emotional. And that's what makes you realize, boy, this is not a bunch of dates or dead people. This is, as I tell school children, you're all history. We're all part of history, and that's what makes it so exciting.
I know that we've enjoyed, I've come to your shows before, we've enjoyed learning about those people and the women particularly, and I thank you very much for talking today on the show and letting people know about it. They can go to your website to find out more about where you're going to be performing next. You want to tell our viewers what that is?
Well, thank you. I'd love to. So you can go to historyaliveshows.com and click on upcoming shows. You'll see where I'll be performing next, somewhere near you probably, since I'm at the museums a lot, the Smithsonian, the Chautauqua this summer. So I hope to see you. You get to see somebody, not only Rosalie, you get to see the full action adventure, but perhaps Clara Barton or Amelia Earhart or Julia Child. You never know who you're going to meet.
Thanks very much, Mary Ann Young, who's living in Arnold and performing not just here in Maryland, but lots of places. Thanks for being on the show.
Well, merci beaucoup.
Merci. This is Mary Felter, Public Information Officer for the Anne Arundel County Department of Aging and Disabilities. This is Anne Arundel Week in Review. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Mary. This episode is like Back to the Future. Erik, fire up the DeLorean. It's time to get out of here.
What are you calling me, like Michael J. Fox?
Oh, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
that was a good movie. That's
a good
one.
movie.
You know, that's one that I'd like to in the fall or the winter just sit down and watch again because it's been a number of years since I've seen it.
I miss Goonies.
I remember Goonies.
Yeah.
Yeah, where'd they go? They went to like some little house near the water and went down in a big cave. It was an island?
Yeah, they were treasure hunting.
They were treasure hunting.
Yeah.
Did they find any Goonies?
Oh, they were the Goonies. Goonies never die, Erik.
Yeah. Speaking of things that never die, no, I can't segue into that. I want to talk about our fans out there, Kristin.
Yes.
A lot of people writing in this week.
fans.
People like Kristin Lagana here on the show. They're really big fans of it. I know one of your biggest fans, your father,
Yes.
is a big Kristin Lagana fan. So he's
the
been a
best.
big
He's the
supporter of
best.
yours.
And he told me to tell you, because he knew I was coming to film a new Week in Review today. He said, say hi to Erik for me.
Oh, that's
so,
great.
Hi, Erik
That's
from
great.
Papa Lagana.
Papa Lagana. Well, a lot of good things happening. It's summertime, getting to be summertime. This next week is the official start of summer. A lot of music. We had Eastport Rockin coming up.
You know, I'm a big fan.
Eastport Rockin. They
yeah.
packed. Tell me about this. I mean, I know we had the interview earlier on the show, but this is really a big thing for Annapolis. I mean, a lot of folks come down
It's great, and it really gives an opportunity to highlight a lot of local music, which I am a big supporter of. I love going out to live shows. I love, of course, we've talked about playing and all that stuff. And, you know, just for the vendors and for the town itself, it just generates a lot of income. So. Eastport Rockin', 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, Jess did a great job earlier on in the show with her interview about that. I do want to, Kristin, end the show with some very sad news. I know a lot of folks watch on this channel the Gridiron Review show, and we lost a great football coach in Anne Arundel County this week. Mike Whittles, the coach of Severn, Spalding passed away this week after a battle with cancer. Just a great guy. I know a lot of folks that watch that football show were big Mike Whittles fans. He was on the show quite a bit, and he's really done a lot for the community. You know, turned that football program around, brought a lot of kids that were good football players and made them good academically and on the football field. And I know all of us at Gridiron Review and Week in Review will miss Mike and the accomplishments that he's made for the kids in Anne Arundel County growing up. So, sorry to end on a tragic note,
sounds like
but
a great man.
Mike's a great man.
Thoughts to his family as well.
Absolutely. Well, that wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode online anytime at www.aacounty.org. Archive episodes are available at blip.tv and on YouTube. You can also subscribe to the free video podcast at iTunes, or like us on Facebook at Arundel TV. Please tune in again next week for more news and highlights from around your county. We'll see you next time.
All I need tonight is you by my side. We're invincible, sharper than the dawn. You can't lose when you're in the groove. Yeah, where you lay your head is your home. Ooh, ooh. The great unknown. Ooh, ooh. The great unknown. Great unknown, yeah. Ba ba da ba da bam bam, ba ba da ba da bam, ba ba da ba da bam bam bam. Everything is new when I hang with you, living long and loud. If it's dirt or clouds, you don't lose when you're in the groove. Yeah, where you lay your head is your home. Ooh, ooh. The great unknown. Ooh, ooh. The great unknown. Ooh, ooh. The great unknown. Yeah. Ba ba da ba da bam bam. Ba ba da ba da bam. Ba ba da ba da bam bam. Ba ba da ba da bam. Ba ba da ba